What's good, everybody? It's SpyMC. We're here at Limelight in San Antonio, Texas for the Loudmouth League 2018 Super Bowl. Somebody say Loudmouth! That's what I'm talking about. All the way from Ottawa, Canada. Make some noise for my man D-Rose. I said make some noise. He came a long way, y'all. What the fuck?
Hold on. D-Rose 613 Ottawa Capital Rap Battles. What's good, that state? Yeah. Let's go, man.
Hell yeah. And then we got the owner of Prospects Battle League on my left from Beeville, Texas. Make some noise for D-Checc, y'all.
As soon as you press play, seeing an animal in its habitat. It's always been Kings Without Crowns and Southern Battle Rap. Prospects is the league, and I carry that on my shoulders. I'm going to hold the team down until the day it's all over. Andre King, D-Checc, you're now watching the Master of Work.
That's round one. Let's go.
I was just going to say that. He beat me to that shit. Alright, to the coin toss.
I asked myself what I might say. Fuck that coin. I asked myself what I might say when I finally made the decision to stand up and rap. Because it's been so long that I don't think y'all can blame me if I have a panic attack. It's been 2 whole years that I ain't battled. That's an actual fact. But that also means it's been 2 years since y'all seen somebody actually rap. I make a lot of money. I got a lot of endeavors, so why would I come back to battle rap unless I was coming back harder than ever? See, sometimes you have to think critically. I restarted my efforts. I poke holes in your back. I'm a known sociopath. So while you feeling the pain, please pardon the pleasure. That thing go vodka. He must have thought pina coladas was better, but I don't like to see a white boy in the arms waving like Conor McGregor. I'm different. Like, I said I'm different. Like nerdy kids in a theater class. I knew I had to bang out your shorty as soon as I seen her ass, but you want her to stop cheating on you. Bitch, you wishing. She tell me she could feel it in her stomach like intuition. Oh, I'm talking about intercourse, sexual, with your lady. I'm eating grilled cheese, drinking Capri Sun on the couch, watching cartoons with your babies. That boy got no swag. That boy got no swag. He be wearing Coogee, Fubu, Echo, denim shorts, and so lazy. If he was in the military, it'd be the old Navy, D-Rose. D-Rose. You and your dogs weak out on the road trying to convince us that y'all street. I had you motherfuckers wearing cement shoes in a swimming pool like it's all sweet. I'm sorry, Tupac, but this rose ain't growing from concrete. I can hear him now talking about a Canadian. I'm a nice guy. But we all know I'm from Canada. So I had to question it, like, why does he always feel the need to mention it? But I realized that there's a method to the madness, and if you think about it, it's actually quite intelligent. See, he figures if he always talks about being Canadian, that when I talk about him being Canadian, it'll be less affected, maybe even defective. He'll essentially be protected. I get it, but I don't think that y'all recollect it. So let me off perspective. In this game, take every approach that you can and cop an Android phone if you're trying to get green with the message. But you thinking you thinking you can dictate what I rap about is part of the disease in battle rap. I get the impression that you're infected so much so that I've been asked to let him make it and go easy on it. But I'll get 7 years of bad luck if I take a break from reflecting. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Hey, y'all hold it down.
You see, in America, we just repealed Obamacare, leaving millions without coverage. But in Canada, y'all got free health care. So you ain't got to die from cancer or HIV either. In Canada, they tell you set your clothes high. In America, we deporting immigrant children from the only home they've ever known. See, it's a difference in our dream. This past winter, Canada made sure that its citizens stayed warm while Americans consistently caused more harm. It's a difference in our heaters. Y'all got to enjoy living under the prime minister, but we was too busy pulling up votes to stop President Trump. Man, it's a difference in our leaders. For that, I'm positive that you love your country, right? Well, I hate this shit, but since this is a Super Bowl, I brought an eagle for the Patriots. Fuck you. Save every one of them bitch ass, I'm Canadian, I'm gonna diss myself line, because this San Antonio, Texas, United States of America crowd don't want to hear it, and it's only round one. Sorry if I hurt you.
Round one on D-Rose, y'all.
Hey, what's good? I say you good or what? Hey, you see, I've always wanted to battle in Texas. An awful lot. Story time. Kick back and relax. Let me kick it up a notch. I might even end up and go off at the top, but y'all came to see a clash between two people who like to talk a lot and ended up with D-Rose versus D-Checc. We're gonna have to say pause a lot. See on cam, I started battling 7 years ago. Apparently this is the next step, but for you it's a different story. You got your best yet. I'll even rebuttal every round. But don't stress, Check. You can't quite put your fingers on these flips like a tech deck. But we about to see what we about to see what he really made of. He finally up against his best bet. It's like I just bought a brand new microphone. I'm about to check. You see, I'm also scouting while I'm down here, D. So watch what you say, bro, because I might give you a pass to battle in Ottawa. Depending on how my day go, it's cold up in the north side. Podríamos usar ese fuego. You see, the Canadian dollar's so bad right now, I don't mind if you pay me in pesos. He offered me, hey, hold up. He offered me yayo or check. I'm already on Loudmouth's payroll. It's like I'm trying to make better life choices. Not because it's you I chose to battle today, yo, but because choosing to battle you instead was the first time I've ever said no to yayo. I heard your last few opponents no-show. Well, I ain't no quitter, dog. Your keyboard game is on point. But quit with that bitter talk. You bugging. Moving the same ways they critters walk. The scene of the crime won't even need no killer's chalk, because I'll cut him up into pieces with, I don't know, some sort of a silver claw and leave his body somewhere along the lines of the San Antonio River walk. You think just because I'm Canadian I'm going to have some sort of a problem just to handle you? Bitch, I'm from Southern Ontario. Technically, it's like the Texas of Canada. But, but I heard your last few opponents no-show. Well, I ain't no quitter, dog. Oh, said that already, didn't I? Alright, fuck. Shit, man. Fuck, time. Shit.
1-0, check. Talk to him.
1-0 him for sure.
Talk to him, check.
I asked myself what I might say. No, hold up. I said it's been a long time since I stood on the stage, or even thought of writing raps. And put my pen to the page. It feels surreal. Hold
down.
Hey, hold it down. Hold it down.
I said it's been a long time since I stood on the stage, or even thought of writing raps. Put my pen to the page. It feels surreal being here. It feels like I'm in a daze. I guess I found some better ways to be spending my days. For example, working overtime, and I'm trying to get paid. Hanging with females, I'm trying to get laid, and spending time with my children, more focused on how they're raised. They're at the beach on the shore, just absorbing the waves. Wait, to tell the truth, I left the game to get my head right. Cause life had me looking like a deer in the headlights. See, I was wondering where my son's next meal was coming from, and all they could talk about was Charlie Cliff's disaster and head ice. I was this close to copping a pack and having my whole city looking like they suffer from head lice. But y'all was about to talk about it. I said I was this close to copping a pack and having my whole city looking like they suffer from head lice. But y'all was only concerned with me giving him the sweetest eulogy just because I'm dead nice. I'm talking about a massacre. At least 30 rugged soldiers, weapons, tucked in holsters, a whole lot of live ammunition, some explosives at your family reunion. Opening fire after your loving moments. Wipe the pistols, drop them, then me and my brothers go in the cold word. Welcome to the jungle. All they found was guns and roses. Bitch, I Glockville. Bitch, I Glockville. God still and pop still for anyone who not still. That 9 get at you like prison food. You get a hot meal. We can stop rapping right now and fight, pussy. All in favor? I say we go off votes. Well, let me guess. Your job piss test you and your girl gonna trip. In other words, you don't want smoke, but yo.
Keep it down back there, please.
In other words, you don't want smoke, but I promise myself that I stop creating issues with people unless they truly persecute me. Oh, you don't see the advantage? I swear to Christ, soon as Rose set a stone, now you speaking my language. I don't like you. I don't like you, because I ain't convinced that you've seen what I've seen. When you talk drugs, guns, and violence, I don't think it's really what you mean. I mean, the shit sounds good to a battle rap crowd, but it ain't your story. If you did a background check on minorities, to you it would look like a horror story. Like that one cousin you grew up with who's addicted to crack, and how the street sold that to her, so you start bitching it back. How society got a target on you, and it sits in your back. How they want you dead or in a cell, strip search, lifting your sack. How if Guadalupe Lopez or Tanisha Roberts fills out a job application, well, they won't even get a second look. But let Jesse apply, they already put his social in their books. It's fucked up. How we grew up in ghettos and barrios with bars on the window. If we didn't want to hear them gunshots, we had to turn the volume up on the Nintendo. Oh, okay.
Say it again!
What? I said how we grew up in ghettos and barrios with bars on the window. And if we didn't want to hear the gunshots, we had to turn the volume up on the Nintendo. If you played a role as a parent, well, that's a given. It's his duty to be there. But when brown and black men do it, they get applauded for it because, well, that shit is really rare. It's fucked up. That's a sad reality that if he went through one day like us, he would just break. But I guess that's the real difference between the real and the fake.
Make some noise for that round, y'all.
Let me make up for that.
Round 2. Keep it down back there. These battlers came a long way to do this.
Hey, today battle rap's polluted with lies. So many fakes in it, but your favorite rapper talks about guns too, right? Hey, hold up, man. Hold this.
Keep it down, please.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, today battle rap's polluted with lies. So many fakes in it, but your favorite rapper talks about guns too, right? That's why you feel safe in it? So you think it's alright to do the same? Why? For you to sustain image or gun status just like your rap name. It ain't got no K's in it. Come on, San Antonio. The man walks with a swag as if dude be major, but I fire shots and run the clip back like a movie maker. Even though he washed up, this pussy's still coochie flavored. This a bitch. This pussy's still coochie flavored. This a bitch, and I truly hate her. Do me a favor. I may go out of terms here, but you can sue me later. You just a fan who battles, but I guess that's what happens when groupies made you. So how you want it, Check? Either way, your family's at the service with a suit that's tailored, because I could end your life with a gruesome nature or send you to your death when you won't feel nothing like it's euthanasia. Quit with all that tough talk. Before I say something rude, these rounds about to heat up faster than a junkie's food. But this dude said in a battle, I've yet to top myself like Marilyn Manson before he took his pants out. My dude, I thought you were on some grown shit. You think that line was fire? Why? Exactly. You think that line was fire? Because it was thought using your own wits? Nah, everyone's thought it dumb shit like that. That's just something you were able to cope with, because you're the only battler who's willing to rap about sucking his own dick. Hey, is that how you feel? Is that how you feel, bro? Well, then I'm going to tell you this direct. Have some self-respect. It ain't self-discipline when I say he puts himself in check. I got 99 fucking problems. And the bitch is most, but I'll be damned if I... Come on, man. I got 99 fucking problems. And the bitch is most, but I'll be damned if I let this man even get a debateful vote. The way you present yourself to women is the equivalent to a Facebook post. You whine about females... The way you present yourself to women is the equivalent to a Facebook post. You whine about females more than Michael White's Facebook posts. Oh, you think I'm done with this shit? Well, I wrote some more. These cuts, contagious if you touch them like an open sore. Now, I'm not saying nothing about you choking, because I've also choked before, but I ain't never said, let me get that water, trying to hide my phone from the camera cord. When I choke, I just stand there looking stupid, trying to remember what I wrote before. When you choke, you repeatedly go, like Rick Ross with your vocal cords. Hey, now Hitman already said this, but he was missing the aggravation. All he could say online was bullshit, because I responded K in our altercation. Was that the best you can come up with? Without responding to my observation? In that case, I'll hit you with that same K like we just ended the conversation. Hey, I bet you spend your bi-weekly paychecks and make it rain, Check. Weatherman from Family Guy. It's gonna rain, Check. I'm the king. Hey, damn. I bet you spend your bi-weekly paychecks and make it rain, Check. Weatherman from Family Guy. It's gonna rain, Check. I'm the king and I overrule you. You won't feel this rain, Check. When I say you'll get these rounds later, it ain't a rain, Check. Go, round 2, let's go.
Make some noise for that round, y'all. What the fuck?
It's round 3, and I don't think I welcome you to Texas yet. Canadian and Southern hospitality. I figure by now we'd be the best of friends. kick you square in the ass with that country football. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't say that what you're talking about. But I'm sorry.
Talk to him!
Get him to what? Hey, do us all a favor. Go home and brush your teeth. You got a whole lot of plaques, so it's crazy you can't get nominated. I took this match for one reason. To prove I could leave battle rap. Come back and dominate it. He claim all he do is win, but when it's kick, it'll end the streak. I'd like to see Rhonda take it. But since dude claims he's married to the streets, I'll wait till late night when the streets is dead and you can lay down with him. Consummated. A psychic once told me when we met, she smelled death round the corner. I found the fragrance. I practically started this. Wow. A psychic told me when we met, she smelled death round the corner. I found the fragrance, but I practically started this league. So you in my home, wild invasive, made even more disrespectful by the fact that you suck. Your whole style is basic, and the woman that shopped for you shopped at fucking American Eagle. Your whole style is basic. Hold up. I said, the woman you love, she only serves as sexual stimulation to me. In other words, she only feels good for nothing, like your morale is wasted. I barely had any time. I barely had any time to prep for you. But even when I'm tied up, I perform like Jordan. See, I was bound for greatness. My logic is put a bullet in him. Or, you know, like a fair fade fight and change the whole deal. No, I'd rather keep it a buck like I'm so real. Goons kill his family in the front yard so they don't tell while I'm in the house keeping clean like a hotel. Oh, well. You told that black midget you battled, your punches are like Peter Pan because they never land. That was really great. That was the greatest punchline ever in 2008. Talk that old shit. I said, if you keep leaving me with your girl, dog, okay, it's more than over. Can't spend 5 minutes with that top before she's reaching for the boner. We were on the elevator. She said she wanted cream on her face like she had recent sun exposure, so she flew at the top like a PS4 controller. Oh! Let me get specific. We were in your bedroom, and this is where it gets explicit. I'm talking about nasty. You would think I got Cortez to hit it. She gonna give me She gonna give me a kiss with her tongue out. Her spine in the Hall of Fame right next to Simmons, and then I'm drilling in her mouth like a dentist visit. But dog, your girl not even the worst hole that I know. Boy, your mom. Your mom was a freak back in the day. Now don't get me wrong, she wouldn't take us any pipe in a click. She was a Wu-Tang groupie. At every concert trying to get dick, I'm talking hand jobs. She palm red behind the curtain was like, you're gonna need a psychic for this.
Stop him!
She palm red behind the curtains like, you're gonna need a psychic for this. And blue meth in the trailer on some Heisenberg shit, but no. There's a lot of talented ass Canadian battle rappers, but I've yet to meet them. And even though I just won this battle, I can't honestly say that I beat one. I'm still looking for a talented Canadian battle rapper. Y'all see one? No. And I apologize for cutting it short, but me, your mom, and your girl, we got a threesome. I apologize.
Round 3 on D-Rose. Pay attention, y'all. Show some respect. This is the last of it. Final round. Please show some respect.
Hey, you don't know crowd control like I do. When it comes to you on the stage to answer the call, you Marquise Lee from Jacksonville. You known for dropping the ball. I see you talking, but it's like I'm deaf. You ain't saying nothing at all. Hey, who's a fan of D-Checc?
Yeah.
Oh shit, never mind, I ain't fucking with y'all. You see, he's only won battles because his opponents don't know how to get at him, bro. And then you call me skinny, but it's only because you dipping from the subject like you calico. You got bars, but you lacking cadence. Top 3? I don't know, but I'm gonna be the reason this battle's historic. We should have done this at the Alamo.
Yeah.
You make threats over a battle, my dude. What's next? You gonna do a drive-by my hotel just because I said I don't like you? just don't miss. Cause they don't think you fell asleep at the wheel when they find you after I give them a couple bucks back through the window like a drive-through. See, I don't like wasting time to get to the punch. So let's get right into it. You're a grown man who's still gangbang. What a fucking loser. Take responsibility for your life. Stop acting like a gang recruiter. You got a girl? Don't let that life that you think you live confuse her. Everybody is shooter these days. It's a shame you couldn't see it sooner, so I'll make it rain so much metal you think you just got hit by the Las Vegas shooter. You gonna do the walk of shame after you catch his beat down, and then you threw shade on my whole country and called it promo. Is that how you start beef now when all they can say is, oh yeah, you weigh $145? With no responses to what I was speaking about, shit's inevitable. Like Isaiah Thomas versus Aldridge catching a rebound. But he said he wrote his best for me. Well, shit. Heath better. You gon' die from this undisclosed mix. Heath Ledger, y'all about to lose a bet. If you thinking he clever, you can't say nothing cold to a man who works every winter in minus 40-degree weather. Matter of fact, let me remix that. Let's duke it out and see who comes out on top. Like who's better? He thinks he's got me figured out. Like who's clever? You gon' die surrounded by bitches. Like Hugh Hefner, one shot to the head, gonna make him viral in the news headers. You will be the most popular cat like New Era. Because if I swing on him, he'll use terms we don't even know what they mean. Like a doctor's book. We'll see his thoughts popping out of his head like a comic book. And while you still on the ground stupid, get whatever's in your pockets took. Then one to the head, go let him off easy like he's off the hook. Round 3, let's go, man.
Yo, make some motherfucking noise for that player, y'all. Shout out to D-Checc and D-Rose. Hey, one more time. Somebody say loud now.